Hey yo, how's it going everybody? It's Perfect Sage here, and now as you might know guys, season 2 of Shinobi Striker has officially been announced. If you haven't seen the video, here's a quick clip.
はい、いつもシノビストライカーを楽しんでいただきましてありがとうございます。さあ、プレイヤーの皆さんの関心事の一つとしてですね、今後シノビストライカーがどうなっていくのか、更新があるのかっていう点に関してね、すごく興味があるんじゃないかなというふうに思うんですけども、本日我々はですね、皆さんにシーズンパス第2弾の、配信が決定したことを、お知らせしたいと思います。
So now that it's been confirmed, I thought it'd be cool to share my wish list of characters that could make it into season 2. But before we start, smack that like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're currently on the road to 300 subscribers on the channel. And also make sure to check out my Twitter. It's at PreviewSageYT, all caps. But I'm gonna stop wasting your time. So without further ado,
Boy, if you don't...
Alrighty guys, so like I said, I have made a list of 9 characters. That's assuming that the amount of DLC is 9 based on season 1. Of course, we're not sure yet. Keep in mind that these characters are what I would personally like to see in season 2. So if you feel differently, make sure to comment what you would like to see. I love getting feedback on my videos. Anyways, I'm gonna go through the list from what I would like to see to what I would like to see. You feel me? Now let's jump right in. Starting off at number 1, I have SHIKIDAI NARA. Yes, we're starting off with a Boruto, Naruto Next Generation's character. Keep in mind I haven't watched a single episode of Boruto. I'm still finishing Shippuden. I'm getting there. But I thought I had to at least put some Boruto characters in here because after all, the game is called Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. Now looking at all the characters from Boruto, SHIKIDAI looks like he would be a great addition to the game. Some of his jutsu that caught my eye are his wind style dance of turbulence and his shadow imitation field. I think both of these jutsu, if done correctly, would be awesome. But if SHIKIDAI does make it into the game and he's a healer type like his father, then that would certainly suck ass. If it were up to me, I would make him a range type character, especially because of his wind style jutsu. Now coming in at the number 2 spot, we have yet another Boruto character, and probably the most interesting one, SHINKI. Out of all the Boruto characters, I think he would be the best to put into the game because his jutsu are just so cool. Personally, I think Gaara's jutsu are pretty boring, mainly because they are defensive, but I think Shinki's jutsu have a lot of potential being ranged. The first jutsu of his I would like to see is his giant lightning and magnet release sand fist. Of course, they wouldn't call it that, but that's the best I can come up with for now since that jutsu doesn't really have a name. And also, I would like to see his iron sand, black iron wings. I can really see this jutsu being his secret technique because it's just so destructive. At number 3, we have SHISUI UCHIHA. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pervy Sage, why is SHISUI, one of the most powerful characters in the UCHIHA clan, down so low on the list? Well, the reason is because I never really had a deep connection to him as a character, mainly because he wasn't really given a lot of screen time and not much is really known about him. Either way, I think he's a definite choice for a season 2 DLC, as he is really the most wanted in the game. I think his jutsu are awesome. Of course, he would have his green Susanoo as a secret technique, and some secondary jutsu can be his Kotsu Amatsukami and his clone teleportation jutsu. I think with the Kotsu Amatsukami, they can definitely get creative with it and make it to where when you're hit by the jutsu, it makes you think that you're beating your opponent's ass, but in reality, he's getting them cheeks clapped. At number 4, we have Darui of the Cloud Village. Now, I know Darui is not the most popular Naruto character, but I think all of his jutsu are just so interesting. He would be perfect as a range type, with some of his jutsu being Gale style Laser Circus, Water style Water Wall, and his Lightning style Black Panther for a secret technique. His jutsu all have potential to be not only versatile, but also fun to use. Next at number 5, we have Killer Bee, the 8 Tails Jinchuriki. Now, out of all the people on the list, Killer Bee is the only one who basically already is in the game, and what I mean by that is that he has his own mission where you fight the 8 Tails. I think he has a definite 99% chance to make it into season 2. I mean, he is one of the most popular characters in the Naruto series, so I don't see why they wouldn't add him. Some of his jutsu can be his 8 Tails Cloak Lariat. Also, what could be a very interesting jutsu in the game is his multiple swords that he places all around his body and uses them in such speed that it's almost impenetrable. And of course, his ultimate could be a tailed beast bomb while in 8 tails form. Overall, I think Killer Bee could just be a great addition to the game. Now at number 6 we have TSUCHIKAGE Onoki. For some reason I just love Onoki as a character, and I think that his particle style or Keke Toda can add something new to the game. For his jutsu, I would like to see him have a particle style atomic dismantling jutsu in a cube form, particle style dismantling jutsu in a pointy pencil form. Look, that's the best I can come up with. And for his secret technique, I have particle style boundary dismantling jutsu, which covers a widespread area. I could definitely see him being a defensive type, and I would really be curious to see how his clothing would work, because that boy is short. Alright, at number 7 we have the master of taijutsu himself, the one and only Might Guy. Without a doubt, he will be in season 2. I mean, I honestly was surprised to not see him in season 1. But anyways, he would definitely be an attack type since he is the god of taijutsu, and I could definitely see his jutsu being Asakujaku, Hidora, and of course the 8 inner gates. But then the problem with that is that Rock Lee's ultimate is called 8 inner gates as well. So I'm curious to see how they would go about that. At number 8 we have Kimimaru, a Kekkei Genkai user of the rare Shikotsu Myaku style. My personal pick of jutsu for Kimimaru would be Teshe Senden, which literally translates to finger drill bullet. His second jutsu can be a defensive jutsu similar to Nino Jizo, but instead he can move while it's activated, and for his ultimate he can have his Bracken Dance, which basically summons a bunch of bones out of the ground. And finally at number 9 we have the infamous Haku of the I-style Kekkei Genkai. I've been talking about having more Kekkei Genkai based jutsu for a long time, and Haku's I-style is no doubt the most interesting one. One of Naruto's first missions and probably the most popular is the fight between Team 7 and Haku and Zabuza. In this mission, Haku played a big role as she saved Zabuza's ass multiple times, and while doing so, showed off plenty of what her jutsu can do. The set of jutsu I would have him use is the hidden jutsu 1000 Needles of Death. The second jutsu, which doesn't really have a name, but he basically kicks the ground, which forms a bunch of ice spikes that impale the enemy. And finally, for his ultimate, of course, the Crystal Ice Mirrors. I definitely see Haku as a range type, and man, just think of the builds we can make with his jutsu. Boy, am I excited for the full roster of Season 2. But that's going to be it from my complete Season 2 roster wish list. If you have anyone who you would like to see in Season 2 of Shinobi Striker, then make sure to leave a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, Pervy Sage out. Peace!